too darn hot. Pop quiz teachers, there's a heat wave coming, and when that mercury starts to climb and your classroom turns into an absolute pressure cooker, what do you do? What do you do? Stay tuned. Low tech intro and good morning Japan. Woo! My name is Michael Hora and welcome to Keeping the SL Dream Alive, the channel that inspires you, the heroic English educator, on your epic journey to the tippy top of your trade, while also getting paid like the celebrity teacher you know you're always meant to be. If this sounds like you or someone you would like to become, please consider subscribing below me. Today, we are talking about the secret of staying cool in Asia's scorching, hot, and humid summers. So grab a piece of paper and a pen and watch the end, because this is the stuff the SL dreams are made of. Woo!
What I do for a living may not be very reputable, but I am. In this town, I'm the leper with the most fingers.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Michael, we know you're one of the coolest teachers in Japan. Maybe one of the coolest teachers in the world. So just give us the lowdown. How can we beat the heat in Japan this summer? How can we be too cool for school?
Fonts, all I want is a decent grade.
See, there's your problem, Potsy. Grades are not cool. Learning is cool.
Well, in this episode, we're doing it with style, with not just one, but two fantastic methods to rage against the Japan heat machine and up your cool this summer. And you're going to want to watch to the end of this video, where I reveal my number one is this cyberpunk recommendation on how to become quite literally coolest teacher in your school. The fans are this way. Let's go. Happy to you. Yes, to you is Japan's rainy season, those few days or few weeks every year we look forward to, where you wake up early to iron your clothing only to walk outside and have the rain surreptitiously fly under your umbrella and mysteriously soak you before you get on the train. By the time you arrive to work, your clothes are already just as wrinkly, is that a word? Wrinkly, as they were before you ironed them. But when that's done, it means it is almost time for gira, jiri, daku. If you're wondering why there's so many Japanese onomatopoeia describing how hot it gets in Japan, it's because Japanese summers really are that hot. If this is your first summer in Japan, welcome. If you are like me and you spent the last 3 summers hiding inside your humble abode, air-conditioned, doing telework, wearing very conservative upper body attire and surf shorts, and you've forgotten how hot summer can be here, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the propaganda being propagated by Japanophiles on YouTube and your students telling you that Japan is a safety country.
Japan is a safety country. This is a very common mistake.
Stay vigilant, because last June in Japan, over 15,000 people were taken to the hospital by ambulance because of heat stroke, and 50% of the people were under 65. That's a lot of us. A few years ago on a program near Kyoto Station, walking around, within 15 minutes, I saw 3 different cases of people being loaded into ambulance because of heat stroke. So it's no joke, but there is hope, as they say in Japan. If you overcome the hot summer, you will find treasure. And today's treasure is the humble Japanese hand fan. Much like trying to catch a firefly in a jar, this is my son's Hotaru Hotel, Firefly Hotel circa 2000. The history of these portable breeze machines is a tad elusive. Some say they were brought over with the Buddhist missionaries from China during the Tang Dynasty, while others suggest they sprouted organically like a hipster bar in Harlem. Of course, we know from archaeological records that long before that, the Egyptians had hand fans. So maybe the same aliens that designed the pyramids had a hand in the creation of this hand fan. We do know for sure from Japanese literature like Makuro no Soshi, the pillow book, that the use of hand fans became crazy popular during the Heian period, and noble ladies used them as a fashion accessory and a way to communicate non-verbally, like a secret code. And apparently not only in Japan, but in copycat England as well.
It was believed that even the plainest woman could become attractive if she held her fan correctly.
Like those two lovely ladies, there are two protagonists in the Japanese story of hand fans, the uchiwa and sensu. The first uchiwa were sturdy and flat, fashioned from bamboo and wood, kind of plain. They soon morphed into great works of art, kind of like the NFTs of cooling devices. By Edo period, they were the hottest accessories in town. Admiral Perry. Next, the folding fan, known as the sensu in Japanese, became super popular. It was like the smartphone of hand fans, compact and trendy. People could carry it in their pockets or purses, making a fashion statement that said, "I might be hot, but look how cool I am." It is a foldable marvel that opens and closes with the flick of a wrist. But be careful if you have a very nice fan, lending it to your foreign coworkers, especially if your coworker is Canadian. For some reason, Canadians like to open it very aggressively. Sometimes they like to open it even the wrong way, and all you can do is sit and gaze on as your precious undergoes extreme torture. Oh, isn't that fan cute? How kawaii, how ladylike, Michael. Michelle. But make no mistake, fans are not just girls' fun in Japan. Indeed, many manly men Yukio Mishima can be seen wielding these devices on trains, in business meetings. But unfortunately, that is not the case in much of the world. When I was running a youth empowerment program in Shanghai, many of the female students would catcall and make fun of me, calling me a sissy boy, saying that I looked like a girl because these kind of fans in China are only for women. Some of them actually saved up, put their money together, pooled it, and bought me a real man's fan. And I have to admit, the Chinese manly man fan is pretty cool, if not huge. It sounds like Mothra. If you use it on the train, people's newspapers will fly around. It reminds me of when I first moved out of my parents' house in the 1980s. None of my roommates had credit cards, so the only place that would give us video membership was a place called, I think, Panda Video, that specialized in kung fu movies in Chinese. I don't even think there were English subtitles. And judging by some of the thousands of kung fu movies I've seen over the years, hand fans were pretty macho in China too. But that's not to say Japan's hand fans don't have a long and proud history in the patriarchy. This is a quote from today's sponsor. Not really. The samurai of feudal days were constantly on the alert against surprise attacks and always kept their right hand free so they could make a quick grab for their sword. Thus, to cool himself in the hot summer, he used a fan, uchiwa, with his left hidari hand. From this, hidari uchiwa came to mean to be prepared for the unexpected, to have something in reserve, and then to have presence of mind, composure, and finally, to live without worries comfortably. Thus, it is the dream of Japanese salary workers to achieve the state of hidari uchiwa, a life of comfort and ease with a house of his own, sufficient money in the bank, pension, children all grown up, and no worries of any kind. How cool is that? Thanks, Mitsubishi Corporation. And speaking of cool, introducing the hands-free neck fan. It not only delivers a great breeze, but also has cooling coils to keep you super cold. I think it actually cools your blood and cools your whole body to prevent heat stroke. We have a lot as teachers of death marches to and from stations to go to programs early in the morning when it's hot and humid, returning only in the afternoon at the height of the heat. There are only two disadvantages to this. One is, of course, the price tag. Number two is you might sound like a Cylon when you talk to students on a microphone. This was last year's model, and this year's model looks even crazier. I always say that I can't wait until tomorrow because I get better looking every day, but I really can't wait to see what they come up with next. Last year, I asked a construction worker wearing one of those full body fan suits if they worked, and he said they're amazing. So play it cool and play it safe this summer, but remember to get your fan shopping in early.
It's going to be a long, hot summer, and the prices of electric fans and air conditioners are going to go up, up, up with the temperature. Beat the heat!
When the heat season hits, it hits really, really fast, and the fan frenzy is real. The last few years, all of the better models of electric fans, and even in Daiso, some of the 100 yen fans were completely sold out. I saw many conservative looking business people perplexed as to what they should do. Should they buy a Pikachu or Doraemon hand fan? Will they be ostracized from their cool kid club at work? But I say, if you find yourself in that situation, just go for it and own it. After 25 years of teaching in Japan, my philosophy is whoever has the strongest sense of reality controls the system. And if you want to learn more about controlling the classroom system and preventing confrontation and classroom mutinies, you're definitely going to want to watch this video next.
Now I see what you've been trying to teach me.
Let's go, 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 go.